Oh, it's not.
Do you do all those PDF or they do it for you?
I myself.
Oh, you yourself?
Yeah. Mm. When I'm created, I am so much learning. That's a most good opportunity to learn. Yeah.
Who taught you?
What do you mean?
Who taught you how to do all these?
By myself?
Or by yourself?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Uh-huh. The technology, not my technology. Okay. Meanwhile, we're gonna do start the prayer. Uh, oh.
I think you better go tell Lynn.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Tell them that when you came, at the class all over
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
the rock
Mm.
found in there.
Oh, yeah. Then you are the third party to solve it.
I didn't even notice. I don't know why. We came in here to bring the keys and stuff and I saw the rock on the floor, but I said, I will just leave it. Cause I figure maybe you might know something about it or whatever,
Mhm.
but I didn't even think of picking up.
I didn't come in here, so I didn't know that there's any. Like,
Yeah, it's just more like brown over there. But I said, I'm just gonna let it. Go. Because I dropped this stuff in. It's a good thing I left them, so at least we know why.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Yeah,
It was a lot, like this big.
Uh-huh.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. Small one.
In that.
Yeah.
So crazy.
Very strong throne because the net before the wind was penetrated firstly, and then next will be window glass. So,
Take a picture.
oh yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Take a picture, send in.
Mhm.
It's a good thing I left them. You took a picture of the glass? Though? No?
The floor?
Yeah.
No, no yet. No, I did it, but I can do that in the trash. Okay, let's start the service today. All right. Something strange happening around us this year. That's prediction of this year, the laws of hell. I think. And now I'm thinking about it. Uh-huh. Actually, I told this previous time in my service, but my daughter had a fever before the big event, and I have been in a situation since I came to Hawaii, brought my family. Every month she had a fever. So that cause was not found all the time. Then it's getting less and less recently, but I experienced it in the next last week. last week, the day before the service of the laws of hell, and then she had a fever and then she vomited it, and all the night we couldn't sleep at all. But I think wow, this situation seems like COVID or not, then I can go anywhere to meet people. So I wondered, but that's turned out not COVID, but a spiritual reason, because I decided to go to the service and then joined it by someone else. And then I went back to my home. Then my daughter was fine, totally, for just 2 hours. Big difference between 2 hours. Yeah, she's just dancing, singing. So on. She was very fine after the service. So I found it. This was spiritual cause, and then they.
You guys- Where you guys live, you live in Sakana?
No,
Not-
near the temple,
Or near the temple?
not in the temple.
Oh,
Uh-huh.
sacred, yeah.
Uh-huh.
And if they play and
Uh-huh.
sometimes if they touch something that they're not supposed to touch,
All right.
that could be a reason.
Uh-huh.
That's like a spiritual thing too. And like spirits, they like young kids, but they're innocent.
Yeah, I thought it was a devil's work for me not to go to the service involved with the sacred event. So they attacked the weak point of my family. They cannot stop me, but they can stop her. And then I was involved in the event and in the attack of the devils. So that's the way they took, I found, spiritually. And yeah, so I need that taught me to focus on learning the laws of hell more, because new stream spiritually flowing this year, then we need to be one with the stream spiritual current, and then we will be protected, because our beings are created by the light originally, and then we are far from the light. We will be alone, but we are closer to the light. We will be stronger because we are made of the light. The essence is light. So yeah, that way I took this time. So I changed the services in the beginning of the year 2023. From the other book, I was thinking about doing about this book that's published in the December last year, but it's not published yet. I need to focus on the laws of hell because for you to join the first service today, this year, I need to focus on the laws of hell, the new spiritual current, mainstream of spiritual light this year. So think about it, please, through this service, right? And then curses and spells are the subject that was taken over from the last year, the movie Divine Protector. We learned it once, and the subject is still going on. Yeah, so we can deepen it today more and more. Right, so let's start with reciting the true words spoken by Buddha together. let's think about Lord Kantaro. The true words spoken by Buddha, Ryuho Okawa. There used to be the light in the great universe. The light is the energy of Buddha. People can live by this energy, and Buddha's energy has made human history. It will be supplied eternally. This eternal light comes from heaven and prevailed on earth. This is the light of heaven. Through the prism of Buddha, there appeared the 7 colors of rainbow arching over in the sky. Here you can see Buddha's mercy. Yellow is the color of teaching. White is the color of saving. Red is the color of justice. Purple is the color of obedience. Blue is the color of thinking. Green is the color of harmony. Silver is the color of progress. These 7 colors help each other, and there appeared Buddha land. Buddha land is shining brightly because of gathering of bodhisattvas. This is the land of love or the land of mercy. This is the land of wisdom or the land of teaching. Especially, this is a land of souls rest in peace. Real souls are the children of Buddha. The children of Buddha became real human beings. Real human beings have spirituality. The spirits are immortal powers. The spirits are immortal forces. The spirits are real entities. The physical bodies are shadows of the spirits. It means you are a boat sailing down the great river. The great river is a symbol of the course of lives. Each of you sailed down as a small boat, so you need a boatman. If it were not for your own boatman, you surely go aground. This boatman really means your mind. If your mind makes a mistake, the boat breaks into pieces by a large rock, and you also need a bamboo pole. This pole is the meaning of the true words. When you go down a rapid stream, you need to punt in the stream. Then you can change your course. The true words means the teaching of Buddha. Buddha enlightened and spoke the true words, and Buddha's teaching became a gold mine. This gold mine suggests various teachings. These are another expression of Buddha's truth. It brightens up your days. Or to put it another way, the fruits of Buddha's mercy. All of you now here, listen to me. Never lose your way, now and forever. The guiding hand has already waved. Please follow this white hand and go steadily on and on. Your lives are not limited to this world only. They have 3 aspects: the past, the present, the future. Your path have already gone by, yet still your mistakes will be kept in your minds. That is a reason why you should understand other people, and you yourself should reflect on what you have done. You and others are not different. On the contrary, both are children of Buddha and brothers and sisters. Now then, love each other. Let us bring up each other. And it's time to forgive each other. This is the eternal law, which penetrates the present and the future. Yes, indeed, the light of the dark night. The dark night of this world is hell. It is also the same in another world. Since we came down to this world, the sun of the truth is scheduled to rise. Now we are watching rising sun. It will show light to the future, to invite sad people to Buddha land. Now here I command, there shall not be conflict in this world. There shall not be distrust in this world. There shall not be crime in this world. There shall not be evil spirit in this world. There shall not be the devil in the next world. Only the ideal world, utopia, shall be realized. All of the people love each other, live harmoniously, believing in one another. The world is utopia. All of us could be the light of bodhisattvas, believing that the light has reality, believing that love has reality, believing that the truth has reality. These are the facts that should be conveyed. We, the light of bodhisattvas, get together, work together to keep right mind and live in tune with Buddha's words. Here we vow to do so. to go the Centauri. Right, so as I said, this year we believers need to focus on the laws of health first. So put the laws of health first in your life. So I did the 2 services about laws of health already, and so you can watch it through online. I opened to the public already. You can find the link that I sent to you already from the email. So please learn about it. Even though it's not published yet, you can watch master's lecture, chapter 1, chapter 2. Then today will be chapter 3 about curses, spells, and possessions. Okay, so let's go to chapter 3. And in addition to that, next week will be chapter 4 about the fight against devils. Yeah, Master tried to teach us in the laws of hell. He needs to speak about the fight against devils. Yeah, that's going on around us. Then next week will be very important. But today, I can say that the chapter 4, the fight against devils, was inspired by Jesus Christ. Yeah, today was inspired by Kukai through Master Ihokawa. Kukai was the ancient prominent monk in Japan that was esoteric Buddhism. Yeah, here Hawaii has a tour in the Lin's place. 84, 88, 88. Yeah, shrines. Yes. That's based on the what Kukai did in Japan, in Shikoku, where Master was born, right?
Shrines are there.
Already? Wow. So that's not coincidence today. So this was given by Kukai assistants. So let's go to the 3 agenda today. First, your physical and spiritual condition based on your mentality. Look at where to go after life. Yeah, this is actually reality you need to face with. Then second, the 3 poisons of the mind that are tuned to hell. So we can find out the causes to go to hell. And that at the same time causes your spiritual and the physical bad condition right now. And the third, pride, doubt, and the false views lead to curses, spells, and possession. That is today's conclusion. So second and third, 3 poisons plus pride, doubt, and false views are called 6 worldly delusions. Yeah, that you learned last year through the Divine Protector movie. Okay. Then move on to preface of the laws of hell first. So given by Master Ihokawa. He said like this: a terrifying book has been put together. I never imagined I would publish the laws of hell in the world of the 21st century. In this convenient and affluent world that is at times ruled by the fear of a nuclear war or a coronavirus pandemic. Who can write such a book in this modern age? There's only one person here in such a small country in the Orient, Japan. This is his 3,100th book. That's him, yes. The one who lives in the same age as you and yet has been sent from the infinitely distant world in your eyes. He is the one who was once called Alpha and also Elohim. The laws of hell is another form of the laws of salvation. Did you read this book or not? You will soon be asked this question at the entrance to another world. Okay, so it means you can receive the laws of hell from the only one living person as Messiah, or in other words, Buddha, who can see spiritual world clearly than any spiritual leaders on earth in this age. Then he can clearly describe where we can go. I mean, he can describe the clear vision of hell based on the fact there is hell in the spirit world. That's not fairy tale. Yeah. So we can go through today and you realize, yes, there is actually hell in spiritual realms, and your mind is connected somewhere with the hell. Today, you can find it and remove it, and you can be protected, right? So we need to go. Topic 1, your physical and spiritual condition based on your mentality. Look at where to go after life. Okay, so first I need to say yes. As I said, if you are seeker of the truth, you'll be attacked by the devils. Yeah, it's contradiction. Yeah, you are very good ones because you are seekers of the truth. You are doing good things than any other else around you, but you will be attacked because you are tested. Okay, you are living spiritually than anyone else around you. That means you are spiritually shining. Devils or evil spirits can see you obstacles. Yeah, from the dark side, when you are shining, it can be seen as obstacles. That's why you'll be attacked sometimes, but you don't excuse it because the attacks will strengthen you in a spiritual way. That means a test by them. That's the backside of the one coin of the enlightenment. Yeah, you need to face the test that you are seeking the truth deeper and deeper, and the enemy, devils, is getting stronger and stronger. That's how this world is created. But you don't think devils are created by God. You don't think that way. Devils are created by humans. That's not supposed to be created. But based on our, let's say, the 6 worldly delusions, greed, anger, foolishness, doubt, conceit, wrong views. These created devils and satans, not by God. God gave us freedom, and we can choose anything. And we chose 6 worldly desires in everyday life. The stronger the one has the power, the more deluded to the wrong way. So far, that's devil, Lucifer. He was an angel with Saint Michael, the twins, but he fell to hell due to his jealousy. So that's why devils created, and then they expanded the realm of hell by attaching or possessing our greed, foolishness, anger, doubt, conceit, wrong views, which is the same wavelengths as devils or evil spirits. Yeah, okay. So if you are deluded, you will have some physical or spiritual bad condition. Yeah. And then that's necessarily said you are going to hell. I don't say that, but it's a symptom like cough. Yeah. Cough tells you you are like called a cold. So if you have some bad spiritual or physical condition, both spiritual and physical conditions, that tells you you have sometimes wrong mentality. And if you continue it, your possibility to go to hell is increased. Yeah. It's not decided yet. When you die, you can realize it. But we need to know before we die. That's the meaning of self-reflection. And that's not taught in Christianity. So we need to tell this to people in the Western world based on Christianity teaching. That's not enough to teach the other world. Whereas the Buddhism tells us clearly describing the spirit world, including hell. All right, so let's go to Master's points. Right, this is from here, right? You can see in your handout if you have. I assume most people generally think hell is something to think about after I die, or I'll just think about what to do if I end up there. However, that is not how things work. You must think about it while you're alive. Whether you will go to heaven or hell is not a question that begins suddenly after you die. You can actually guess where you will go in several years or decades by looking at your life now, including your physical conditions, and especially at your spiritual way of living and your mentality. Okay, so this is the first sentence that you need to consider today. Yeah. So if you're very spiritual, you feel something bad more than the ordinary ones. That's not bad. That's otherwise that's on the contrary good. You can feel sensitively in the spiritual things. So you are spiritual. Yeah. So that's the way we are disciplining ourselves. But if you are so spiritual that you can feel bad things more and more than the good things, that's needed to be improved. Yeah. You need to be more stronger in a spiritual way. Then I can tell you, please think about not only doing good things, but stopping bad things in your mind, in your daily life. That's not found from your brain work, but you need to learn the Buddha's teaching to find out your work in the mind, subconsciously doing every time, every moment in your daily life. You don't find it, but it's working through your subconscious mind and destroying your physical condition. That's why we need to think about hell. Okay, let's go. The longer people live, they will often invite various people's hate and jealousy to themselves or will unintentionally hurt other people with their words. Do not blindly walk into trouble. At such times, it is important to always be ready to repel curses and spells for self-protection. Yes. Yeah. If you're doing bad things to other people unconsciously, unintentionally, you will be hurt by other people. You will be attacked other people, but it comes to you suddenly in your workplace or in your daily life. But you have causes, but you don't find it. It's problem because we cannot see 100% of our mind. So we need to look at our mind more seriously. All things that happening in front of you are creating by your inside. Yeah. So if you respond to anger with anger, and if both sides keep on retaliating, the situation will only get worse. This often happens in the domestic violence or quarrels. When you verbally abuse your partner, the partner will argue back. Then the situation will escalate. And the more you argue, the more he or she argues back. Okay. And this is a situation very obvious, but there is another situation as very silent anger. You don't express your anger toward others, but you have anger in your mind. That's expressed as neglecting people like that. You create walls toward others. That's another form of anger. Please check it. Yeah. If you don't say the words, but you have the words in your mind, that's not expressed. Please see in the depth of the mind. Yeah, that's anger that hurt you so much. So it is very important to not take others' negative words to your heart. When you hold grudges against someone, curse them, or become furious towards them, even only in your mind, it can cause disharmony not only in your own mind but also in the other person. So that's mostly causes of your or others this spiritual disorder or physical bad condition. Yeah. But I can say, let's find out. Yeah, not be afraid of it. Sometimes you feel bad if you find out your bad deeds in your mind. Oh, I'm very bad person. Not like that. Yeah, you can find a better path to improve yourself. Yeah, because the 6 delusions are always in our mind. That's like a loan. Yeah, they are some naturally grown. Yeah, like that. 6 delusions are built in in our mind. So you cannot eliminate it totally. Yeah, that's wrong point. If you think those 6 delusions can be eliminated by your own will, that's called ignorance. Yeah. One of 6 delusions are that delude you. Yeah, you cannot eliminate all the 6 delusions that's built in to your life already since you were born. Yeah, that's backside of your energy. If you have so much energy to work good things on this earth, you have more 6 delusions. Yeah, you need to fight against them more if you have those of powers, right? So you don't be disappointed. You're not disappointed by finding 6 delusions. That's so beginning stage. Yeah, please think that way. Okay, I can be better person to find out my 6 delusions. That's built in our life. But you need to be harboring that stage. You need to improve yourself to the next step to remove the 6 delusions from your mind. Then you can be protected and you can lead better way of life, right? So if your mind is disturbed in this way and this state continues, in other words, your mind is always emitting negative vibrations. The mind will gradually tune to a realm in hell where spirits with similar vibrations as yours gather. Here we have memorized the method of mirror from this book, The Laws of Hell. Please remember the method of mirror. That's the ultimate way to repel curses and spells from you, or to control yourself, your mind, from the possessions. Okay, it's based on the law of same wavelength, attraction, right? When a living person emits similar thoughts to those of the spirits in hell, or of evil spirits or malicious spirits wandering on earth, the spirits are drawn to the person as if drawn to a magnet. Okay, so if you are attracting something bad, the mind is like a magnet, negative magnet. Then you can attract it. So otherwise, your mind will be tuned to hell if it. Oh, sorry. So suppose your mind will be tuned to hell if it constantly emits negative vibrations. If the target person is, in fact, evil and is trying to make the world a bad place, a curse or spell can actually knock the person down. So it means if you are cursing others and then the person is bad, the curse is effective, right? In that case, the spell will not be repelled and will have an effect. But if the target person is making diligent and serious efforts in their spiritual discipline, then the spell can be repelled. This is called the method of the mirror, the fundamental countermeasure against a spell. A spell includes the evil spirits or devils that are continuously attacking you to test you. Okay, so like this, if your mind is clear and very pure, you can be like a mirror and then repel it. That's simple way to fight back the spells and the curses from the living person or evil spirits. Okay, so it's invisible that you cannot see visibly. So that's actually existing. Yeah, if you have a clear and a pure mind, yeah, that spell will be repelled. So please think, your mind is clear or pure, yeah, not others, yeah, not others. If you blame others, that's not pure and clear. I mean, yeah, please focus on polishing your mirror, not others' mirror. You cannot polish others' mirror, but you can polish your mirror. That's a strongest power in your mind to be better conditioned in your health or spiritual health. Okay, and this is first conclusion to repel curses and spells, right? It's so simple but deep, and then easier said than done. Yeah. Topic 2. The 3 poisons of the mind that are tuned to hell: greed, anger, and foolishness. This is the first step. The 3 poisons of the mind that are tuned to hell: greed, anger, and foolishness. I have been speaking about negative thoughts. As I often say in my teachings, the most typical ones are the 3 poisons of the mind: greed, anger, and foolishness. Greed means to have excessive desire. Since olden times, people have believed that those with excessive desire will suffer punishment in some way or another in this world, or rather they believe that some kind of divine punishment must befall them according to the law of cause and effect. So people think naturally excessive desires are all bad. It's true. So being greedy is a vice. Excessive greed has been considered a vice that gives birth to various evils. Evils are born from greed almost all the time. This is generally true. There is nothing wrong if people are living in a way that is appropriate to their level. But some people crave more than what they deserve. It's difficult to the certain level that where you should be satisfied with. Yeah. So please have gratitude always. Please be content with what you have already right now. Yeah. That's a certain level. Yeah. That you should be satisfied with. Please feel gratitude to be given this life, to be given today, to be given your family today, to be given your work today, to be given your co-workers today, even though they are bad people. Without them, you cannot work alone. Yeah. Here, you can find a certain level that you need to satisfy with. Okay. Yeah. Not too much high level, you seek. Yeah. Please lower your satisfied level. That's one way to be very happier. Right. Next is anger or losing your temper. People in general do get angry. It is also the same for animals. This also happens in the human realm, where there is competition. There arises disparity between the superior and the inferior. Some people will come to harbor thoughts that such as, I want to ruin others, I want to be the only winner, or I want to drive him out of his position. Anger is something that naturally arises, and it will not cease unless you know the religious truth. Yeah, this is very important. Yeah, it will not cease unless you know the religious truth, because you will get out of the situation where you are like animals with religious truth. If you live as you are, you will be like animals. But you have faith, you can get out of there. Yeah. So the teaching is needed. There are times when your efforts do not bear fruit. You will certainly come across such a period, but you need to tell yourself that you are being tested during that time. When your efforts do not bear fruit, you are being tested to see if you will give up or not. Life is tough, but holding grudges or resentment towards other people will not make it much better. Although, please continue to keep doing what you can do and wait for an opportunity to come your way. Yes. So this is polishing your mirror, not polishing others' mirror. Yeah. You can do what you can only do is keep doing what you can do, or wait for an opportunity to come your way. And then you can open up your new path. Yeah. However, there are times when opportunities do not come to you. In that case, it is a divine will. So there is nothing you can do about it. You need to find this. The divine will may be telling you, find a new profession, or there is another path for you. If the door is not opening, think this way. It is hard to know what kind of talent you have. But if you live sincerely, a path will open up for you at some point. When I was young, I read the phrase, in life, when one door closes, another door opens. And I really believe this is true. The master said. Okay, so if you lead your life based on your hatred or anger, the will is not opening before you. So please be very sincere to be divine being more and more. That's the only effort that you should take in your tough times. And then heaven opened your door. It said it's not lasting over 3 years. It will be opened ordinary 6 months to 1 year. It's not everlasting because your life is created by God. So God is not teasing you. God is not bullying you. God is just testing you. Okay, so the third poison, following from greed and anger, that's foolishness. Sometimes it's said ignorance, yeah. Not knowing Buddha's truth invites ignorance. Yeah, that's vast area in our mind. Almost all people don't realize it, but they are in the situation of foolishness. Okay, following greed and anger, the next element is foolishness or ignorance. It originally means not knowing Buddha's truth. So Christians almost here because of not being taught hell clearly, exactly, reincarnation clearly, exactly. So we need to tell these things to Christians. I really want to help them because they are living without knowing the truth. Building this vast civilization in this modern age, that's not working, that's not functioning well. Even in the US, this is a leading country in the world based on Christianity, that's not functioning well. That's waging war right now. In this year, Master predicted worst situation will come. That's based on Judeo-Christianity Christianity civilization based on the Bible, the Old Testament and New Testament. These are the old foundation of this seventh civilization. Yeah. And that is the verge on the verge of crisis. You can see Russia and Ukraine battling each other based on Christianity. There are other sects. Why they are battling based on Christianity? It's so sad. Yeah. We need to look at the fact it's not functioning. So we need to help them. This is our mission. Yeah. We need to expand more in this country. I really truly feel so. Right. So there are numerous people who don't know Buddha's truth in this world. Those who have high societal status, social credibility, and good educational background, let's say like Biden, or who are highly knowledgeable, can be completely ignorant of the religious truth. It is a shame. So your profession is not the only factor that determines your destination in the spirit world. Whatever your profession may be, the essential points are the kind of thoughts you had while living, and the kind of achievements you have left behind. Not bribe or not fake news or something like that. You need leave behind. Yeah. What you need to leave behind is love, good relationships with others, and then helping others, the happiness of others around you. That should be left behind in this world when you are dying. So to misunderstand the good and bad of your thoughts and actions in a religious sense will lead to serious consequences. Some people still go to hell, even if they do not meet the criteria of an evil person in this world. Yeah. So there are many presidents and then great novelists or public figures in hell. Master seeds. Some scholars had nothing to do with crime in this world, and they never violated civil law. They have never been set for a wrongful act or punitive damage. As a scholar, they just conducted research, wrote books, and held classes or lectures every now and then. They were quite serious and diligent in their research, but even so, they fell to hell. This is because what they thought of as the truth was absolutely wrong. Yeah, based on liberalism taught in the university in the East Coast. Those are not admitting spirit world, heaven, or hell. That's based on materialistic view. So the life is only on earth, not the spirit world. They can approve only visible things that was proved by researches, but heaven cannot be proved by their researches. Hell cannot be proved by their researches. How can I prove it? We have no way to prove it. Just through believing, we can see invisible world based on visible researches. They go to hell. To write a book about the wrong ideas and spread them to others counteracts the ordinary rightful missionary work of religion. Okay, this is ignorance. This is foolishness. The world is now going on based on this academic studies, yeah, that's based on materialism. That's all ignorance, all foolishness. This world is now going to hell, 50%. The population of hell is increasing. The level where gods cannot permit, then the civilization is declining. That we are facing this year, especially. That's the reason of the laws of hell put together. Okay, again, we need to go back. 6 worldly delusions, greed, anger, ignorance that I went through this time, right? So next will be 4 conceit, 5 doubt, and 6 false views or wrong views. Okay, so first, we need to look back on ourselves, greed, anger, foolishness for some time, right? Please consider, ponder on your mind, reflect on your mind. Don't you crave more than what you deserve? This is greed. Anger, don't you harbor thoughts such as, I want to ruin others, I want to be the only winner, or I want to drive him out or his position. Foolishness isn't what you think of as the truth wrong. The essential points are the kind of thoughts you had while living and the kind of achievement you have left behind, right? Please think those things, greed, anger, foolishness, for a while. Thank you so much. All right, so we finished the 2/3 of the service. All right, so we will conclude this service to the 6 delusions, the last part, first views. That is our view that include already many false views. Yeah, those are educated or sometimes in the school education, and that's including wrong false views, many things. So that said, 62 false views are there, and we need to remove it one by one. Get rid of it, and then you can be more pure. The reflect spells, curses, and evil spirits, right? But it's the way to go up to the realm of heaven. Yeah, the academic studies are sometimes good, sometimes, but it's very rare. Almost all are wrong because nowadays, based on academic studies that are materialism, yeah, as science, science based on visible things that can be proved many times, and then they can believe, trust it. So that's a way of materialism is all around. Based on that, mass media created, the government created sometimes, and a liberal way of thinking way is now thriving. And then they control mass media. Those of the vicious cycle is going on. So this is what's going on in this country, and then spreading this to this world. All right, so let's go to pride, doubt, and the first views to the conclusion. In addition to the 3 poisons of the mind, there are pride, doubt, and the first views. Too much pride will make you conceited like a tengu. Tengu is Japanese word, in English, a long-nosed goblin, monster, yeah, as we learned previous times. This is also a mindset that will lead you to your downfall. So the long-nosed goblin aims at the heights, but at the same time, from the top, they will go down. Every time they going up, they will go down. Yeah, that's a fate of them. Yeah, that's being in the heavenly world, not hell. So that means we need to tell, yeah, this kind of mindset from our mind and remove it. Yeah, because it's sometimes leading you to the powerful force. Yeah, if you have power, you might be guided by this kind of being, the monster. They have a psychic power or actualizing power, and that help you to do good work. Yeah, that work is not good or not, I don't know, but yeah, many people based on these kind of things, force, are doing bad things in their work to sell their investing company to the high price, and then they grow it, then they sell it, they earn the benefit like that. So they are ruining the people working at the companies. Yeah, they are playing like selling toys. Yeah, and then gain the benefit or capital gain, something like that. And those who are having force are like along those goblins. Yeah, yeah, sometimes they are doing good, but at last they will go down, and eventually they will go to hell if they have evil thoughts and they ruin the others' lives. So like that. So some people might say, I stand above everyone. I was born great, or I'm distinguished because I've met this and that condition. But if you think of yourself as exceptional, special, and a good godlike person, yeah, this is exceed desire, greed. You are up to make mistakes. Yes. They are so proud of themselves. And too much excessive pride leads them to downfall. It's yes, making some sense. Okay. So next is doubt. In the current world, doubt is spread by science combined with the mass media. Yeah. Some people say you must doubt everything until you are sure that it's undoubtable. Only then can you say it's true and authentic. Yeah. Sometimes this can be right, but in the process of doubting, you might end up seeing everything as a lie, a deception, or a fraud. This is a problem. Okay, so your mind is full of doubts. That's the problem. Yeah, you can test it and you can examine things to be true. That's okay, but the purpose is just doubting. Yeah, just like doubting, it's not good because it poisons your mind by the delusion. Okay, and then you end up to go to hell. Okay, so after greed, anger, foolishness, pride, and doubt come false views. So these five delusions accumulated and create false views. Yeah, you sometimes see the world based on your false views. Okay, but it's against the law of the Buddha, law of Masaru Hokawa, the law of happy science. And then you can correct them to the right way. That's the reason why Master preached the law, not using psychic power too much, because you are the one who control your life. Yeah, you are the captain of your soul. You can only change your life. You can only correct your life. So master show the true way. Yeah. That can lead you to be more correct way. Yeah. So it said that false views contain 62 views, but there actually seems to be no end to these views because there are many different kinds of mistaken ideas. For example, there are 6 major newspapers in Japan, and they all have different editorials and perspectives. It is hard to tell which ones are right and which ones are wrong, but I am sure that many of their opinions have deviated from the truth. Yeah, you can see the newspapers, Wall Street Journal, from the right side to the left side, CNN or New York Times or something like that. From the right to left, various kinds of newspapers. Yeah, I can clearly say the left side are wrong. They have wrong ideas, such false views. Yeah, so right side is not necessarily correct. Yeah. I can, if you accumulate the wisdom from Masaru Hokawa, you can tell what is better, but you can see all the newspaper is not correct. but you believe it. So I think it's very dangerous to take poisons from the newspapers. Yeah. It's not correct most of the times. So first, I said, you need to focus on the laws of hell. And Master taught us political things and economical things in it. From the viewpoint, you can take something from the outside. Yeah, it's a safer way. But if you take anything from the newspapers or magazines, you have wrong views. So yeah, for example, you can choose waters, bottle of waters. So like that, you can only take the good things into your body, the same as the knowledge, informations, or news. You need to choose correct one. Yeah. Otherwise, you will be poisoned. So please know this. Yeah, it's kind of narrow path, but it's what it is in this world. Yeah, there needs discipline. There needs discipline. Yeah, there are some good things in this world. If you can find them, you'll be very happy. Yeah, your eyes are very shining. Your sense of good is very polished. Yeah, here you can feel spiritual growth if you find something good in this world, not bad things, not deluded things. You can find good things from your perspective that was polished by the truth. That's your spiritual growth. That's a conclusion we are aiming at right now. Okay. So yes, you must discard the wrong opinions one by one and strive to get closer to the truth. All right. So those who have wrong ideas and conduct wrong actions tend to receive curses or curses on other people while alive. As they constantly think and do the wrong things and receive evil spiritual influence from other people, they can have these negativities stick onto their bodies that cause your physical problems. When this happens, they can be possessed by an evil spirit from hell or an evil spirit wandering on earth that is of a similar mindset. So they may continue to be possessed if the spirit is not removed. If they are possessed by just one spirit, we cannot be sure if they will fall to hell. But if they are possessed by 4, 5, or 6 spirits, it is almost certain to go to hell. Even if they defend themselves in front of Yama, judge of hell, the judge, you go to hell or heaven. Yeah, it is obvious that they triggered and caused the possession. So your mind triggered and caused the possession. It is correct. Yeah. So what you chose in the newspapers, what the information that you chose in the newspapers lead you to hell. That's your responsibility. Yeah. The select you did is your own responsibility. So you need to be very responsible for your view, what you take everyday life as knowledge into your mind. That should be very careful. And in the saying, the modern devils come from newspapers. Yeah. I think you're all be very safer. I feel you're not deluded by the newspapers like that. Yeah. I can see. See, yeah. If you read the bad newspapers, you don't need to read it. Yeah. Yeah. So life will get easier by getting rid of these possessions. Your body will feel lighter, and at times a new path will open up in your life. So thoroughly check whether the cause of possession lies within you in six worldly delusions that come to false views in your perspective. Yeah. So check if you have false views based on liberalism or materialism. That's the most crucial causes. Yeah. So the next chapter will tell you two views that represents false views. One is Karl Marx communism. The second is Nietzsche. The represents atheism. There's no God. God was dead or something like that. That kind of academic research created what mass media tell you right now. Yeah. So all the academic studies, almost all the academic studies is based on what Nietzsche said. God's dead already or something like that. Yeah. So you can tell the origin from the news or information around you that was originated by communism or atheism or not. You can see it. But in the liberal culture in this country was based on these thoughts. Yeah. Liberalism is based on Christianity and materialism both. That's difficult point. So you are influenced by liberalism always, every day in this country, but it's including atheism in some ways. Yeah, it has belief in God, but it's including sometimes materialism. Yeah, both is in liberalism. Yeah, be careful about it. Okay, so you do not need to ask a psychic or a spiritual expert to know where you will go after death. You will know it just by examining the life you are living. With the help of this chapter, please think once more about curses, spells, and possession in your everyday life. At this time, please make an effort to purify your mind and make it as clear as a mirror. Just like wiping a mirror with a cloth, clean off your bad thoughts, even if you didn't realize it. Please seek purity and clearness of your mind as a mirror. Okay. Right. So let's examine yourself. If you triggered and caused the possession by false views that's based on liberalism in this country, that's based on equality, like Biden did. Yeah, scatter money to the weak people. But is it weak for them to get $1,000 a week in the corona pandemic? Yeah, $4,000 a month they got in pandemic time. Is it true? Is it equal? Even though they chose not to work. Yeah. even though they can work, but they chose not to work because of the money. That's called equality, but is it true? Are you sure? Truly examine yourself. Yeah. This kind of way of thinking is liberals. Yeah. They only focus on the life on earth, but it is actually spoiling them not to make efforts to survive by themselves, by their own feet. Yeah. They are like cattle. Yeah. Feed by the government. They lose something important in their mind. That's liberalism. So please think these false views in your mind and remove it. Master taught us, be independent and stronger. Yeah. We are originally strong because we have divine nature. We have light from God. We need to realize, manifest the light from God. That's not weak. Yeah. We are strong originally. So if you feel necessity of help from outside, please make you stronger for a while. Okay, please end. All right, thank you so much for joining. And yeah, so the important points are first, we have a 6 delusions in our mind originally. And that's homework or tasks that we need to live in this world. So we cannot eliminate it. Please think that way. Yeah. So Buddhism can teach you them as suffering, pain. So life is pain. This is truth. This is first teaching of Buddhism. So realistic. Then now we are in the difficulties to teach this teaching towards Americans. Yeah. So I wonder, how do you feel joining this kind of way of thinking as Americans? Yeah, this life is pain. Yeah, that is taught here, but you believe it. Yeah, that's awesome. Awesome. So yeah, but actually, you need to tell the laws of hell to others. Yeah, because it's reality. It's true. It's fact. Yeah, maybe you can guess all people around you can go to hell. So that's the fact that we are facing with right now. So this is the reason why Master put together the laws of hell this year, and the situation is getting worse and worse. Okay. So we need to focus on the 6 delusions, just the 6 delusions. We need to check those 6 delusions in our daily life every moment. If you find it, please think, yeah, I can remove it. Yeah, lucky. Yes, and don't be disappointed. Okay. This is very fundamental or beginning stage. Yeah, please think that way. All right. So let's conclude this service reciting with prayer for the development of our temple together. Prayer for the development of our temple. Buddha, our Lord, thank you deeply for giving us a temple, a missionary base from which to spread Buddha's truth and enlighten believers. Buddha, our Lord, encountering Buddha on earth at the times of his reincarnation is such a miraculous opportunity, like coming across the blossom of the Udambara. The flowers once every 3,000 years, or like the brine turtle, finding a single piece of driftwood in the middle of the vast ocean. We are so blessed to have the connection with Buddha, to see and hear the precious lectures that come from the golden mouth of Buddha with our own eyes and ears. This is the greatest happiness of our lives. It is our mission, the devotees of this temple, to tell others of this happiness and extend it to many. Buddha, our Lord, we hereby pledge to join hands and deepen our faith, to endeavor to study the truth, to strive for further enlightenment, and to make the utmost effort in missionary work and in happiness planting. We will surely develop this temple entrusted by Buddha. We will increase believers, nurture them, and bring many who will be enthusiastic in seeking enlightenment, in advancing missionary work, in spreading the books of truth, in making offerings, and having a good influence on society. In the course of time, we will build many churches and temples in every area of our country, and we will spread Buddha's truth all around the world, increase the believers, and build bases of light. Buddha, our Lord, our mission is to save every single person through practicing Buddha's law to the utmost. We'll produce countless bodhisattvas who become the pillars of their country, a light for the world. We thank you deeply for hearing our prayer for the development of our temple. Let's step back to the welcome prayer. Thank you, Lord, for guiding us to it. I thank you very much for joining today. Next week will be, as I said, the fight against devils that needs to be included by Master's perspective in the laws of health. See you next week. Aloha. Mahalo. Okay, so let's